What's up guys, and welcome to another Afrobeat tutorial. In this video we are going to be making an Afrobeat from scratch. Let's dive right in. Alright, let's start off by adjusting our tempo to 93 to help create a relax or chill out music. Let's make some chords. Head to the drop down menu, view, scale highlighting, and let's select our scale to C major. They are all white keys. These are the notes of the C major scale. Let's select the 1, 6, 2, 5 notes of the scale. Here are our bass notes to guide us to make this chord progression. Basically, skip each scale note to make these basic major and minor tryouts. Bring the bass note down to make it a lot more fuller. Now let's define the emotion of the progression by bringing the third, that's the middle note, up an octave. Let's add some filling notes. Now let's add a passing chord to put the progression in a loop. Here is a G major chord in its root position. If I move the third note to the fourth, we have a G sus4. Bear it in mind that note commonalities marries the progression together by providing a sense of unity and consistency in the progression. Let's do Alt plus R to randomize the velocity, Alt plus S to strum the note, Alt plus X to scale it down. Adjusting the tone and adding a little bit of reverb to make it hit a lot more softer. From here, let's make the progression dense by layering it with a pad from Omah. Select Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. I'll just go to preset and listen to what sounds good for this beat. The Heaven Shores preset sounds perfect. Let's select the melody, select an empty mixer track, right click, channel routing, then route selected channel starting from this track. Turn down the parts. Now we can add some processing to the melody. EQ to cut the low end of the piano in order to make room for other bass instruments. Now we can add more attack to the melody by layering it with a pluck sound from Nexus. Preset is Awaken. Take out the bass notes and fill in notes as well. Select an empty mixer track. Ctrl plus L to route it to that mixer track. Tack it right beneath the melody. Now let's add an ambient bell melody. We'll use the KPRO Dreamist preset. Make this simple pattern. Alt plus R to randomize the velocity. Scale the levels down to make it hit a lot more softer. Turn down the levels to blend in well. EQ to cut the low frequencies. Valhalla Vintage Verb, preset, ambiences, and then select the ambience preset. I'll make a few tweaks here and there. Maybe add a delay before the reverb. Lastly, groove beat. Go to momentary, 1-beat gate preset to sidechain the bell. Turn down the volume. It basically acts as a mix level to blend the dry and wet sound together. Now with everything together, let's make a simple guitar pattern using the Electric Sound Bass Deluxe. Link it to a mixer track. Insert guitar X's, characters, colored, then deep meditation preset. Turn down the mix knob. Let's add the sub bass with a bass one shot. Normalize, envelope settings, and turn all the knobs down except for the hold. Copy the bass note in our chord progression, paste it to the bass channel, and make this simple groove. Ctrl plus L to link it to the mixer channel. Our bass for low harmonics. Go to preset factory and then select the big button preset. The bass sounds a lot more quieter in the mix, so maybe I'll do a Fruity Blood overdrive. It's basically a distortion plugin to spread the harmonics across a wider range of the frequency spectrum. We need another ambient melody that runs through a certain part of the melody for some variation. Using the jazz guitar finger A preset from Omah, let's make this simple pattern. Select the melody, Ctrl+L to link it to a mixer track, insert choral, and I selected the preset guitar polish. Followed that with a reverb to make it more ambient. Now we are just going to come down to this drop down menu here, split by channel, click the first pattern, hold shift and click the last pattern to select all, drag it to the playlist. Now let's add a vocal sample. Stretch it to be in time. Put the mode on stretch mode to keep the pitch in check. This sample is in D sharp minor. We just have to pitch it 3 semitones down to transpose it to C major. I just want to use this very first part. Cut the unwanted and change the declicking mode to generic bleeding to avoid all the clicks and pops. Adding a transition. Insert EQ on the vocal sample. Make a bandpass filter. It's basically limiting the EQ to a specific range of frequencies. Link the reverse symbol to the mixer track. Push this knob to the left to stereo separate it and make it wider in the mix. Maybe move the bell to the second bar. Ctrl+A to select. Now let's add our drums. Starting off with the typical Afrobeat rimshot bounce. Adding conga, some hi-hat, adding some variation at the next bar, just adding more percussions to fill out the drums. Another rimshot that highlights some of the pegs to bring out some dynamics. To our kick drum. Open hat, turn off the use loop points, envelope settings, quick attack and then let's decay. This is the type of effect that it creates. It cuts the open hat short. Let's turn down the melody and add more pegs to the drums. Now we are going to add our swing to humanize the drums. Add some shakers. From here we select all the drums, select an empty mixer track, channel routing and route selected channel starting from this track. Now all we have to do is to listen to the drums and then play with some faders. I always don't want my kick drum to go above the 6 dB margin, so I'll just bring it down to make more headroom for other elements in the mix. Delay on the metal pegs and pneumatics to pinpoint the feedback across the left and right speakers. Now we are going to select all the drums and route it to an open mixer track in order to make a general processing on all the drum elements. Insert satin tool to add color to the drums. SSL bass compressor to control the picking percussions. With that done, now let's get to our melody. Now we select all the melody, route to this track only. Then I'm going to put a fresh air on it to add more sparkle to the high ends. A bass compressor from Native Instruments. Now all we need to do is to arrange the track. One thing I like to do is to listen to the song in different keys by pitching it up and down to listen to what pitch it might sound good in and then transpose it. So I'm just going to pitch the melody down like -400 cents. That's equal to -4 semitones. Now we are in G sharp major and here's everything together.